What a spectacular morning.
What a crazy day it was yesterday, huh? Anybody saw that? I mean, everybody probably saw that. We had all but one lawmaker from the legislative branch vote yes to approve the Epstein bill. The only congressman that voted no was Clay Higgins from Louisiana, I guess. Maybe he forgot that he was supposed to vote yes, or maybe no one told him that they were all going to be voting yes, and he voted no. Maybe he forgot that Donald Trump told him to vote yes. So now he's in trouble with Donald Trump because he didn't do what Donald Trump told him to do. But on a more serious note, that is something that we rarely see ever in politics, and more or less in today's divisive politics, where people just fight for their ideology. They don't necessarily look at anything other than ideology, and then they just keep fighting for no reason. One of the more subtle but more interesting things that I've heard yesterday was something that came from Jeffrey Epstein's brother, Mark Epstein. And he said that the reason why Republicans and Donald Trump voted yes, or he's gonna sign the bill, and the Republicans voted yes on this bill, is that the Donald Trump administration, the Department of Justice, spent months sanitizing, that was his word, sanitizing the files to ensure that none of the prominent Republicans are in it, or minimize their impact of being in the files. And we've all heard previous stories of supposedly 1,000 FBI agents going through thousands and thousands of pages, reducting names, especially those of Donald Trump, because I'm sure, if he could claim to be a victim in it somehow of a Democratic scheme to make him look bad, as he already said that in the past, that's what he would have done. He would have called himself a victim and reduct his name from the entire series of documents. But we have to see it as it is, a small victory in this war on craziness, on war on pedophilia, war on crime. I am very, very thankful that the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and whoever else was involved with Jeffrey Epstein are finally getting their day in court, so to speak. Now it's court of public opinion, but hopefully very soon we're going to see that they get their chance in court to fight against all the people that wronged them. But to me, the most shocking thing was that Senate just picked up the bill and just said yes. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to say yes, which rarely ever happens, but that was something. So that's one for the history books. November 18th was a day for the history books. All right, going to work. You guys have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.